Coming up, we'll see the debut of Carson Wentz in Indy in a battle of playoff teams from a year ago. It's the Seahawks and the Colts, and it's week 1 of the NFL. Next on EA Sports.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks.
So happy to be with you to kick off this much-anticipated 2021 season. With me in the booth as we begin our 6th season together is, of course, Charles Davis. And, CD, so much to watch for coming up. What are you keeping an eye on?
Well, Brandon, I'm ecstatic to be back with you, of course, and we've got a good one right here out of the gates. I'm interested in seeing some of the changes in 2021. Running backs and wideouts, even linebackers wearing single-digit numbers. But even more than that, I want to see the changes defenses have made, because last year we averaged 49.6 points per game. That's the highest ever by 3 full points. Can these defenses make an adjustment and start to catch up?
Yeah, passer rating, CD, an all-time high. Completion percentage also an all-time high.
Ready to get it started, the Aussie punter and kickoff man, Michael Dixon. And off we go on EA Sports. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Colts getting ready to take over for the first time. And you get a look at their 6-year quarterback in his first season wearing the horseshoe. It's Carson Wentz.
And Carson Wentz made the move from Philadelphia to Indianapolis back in mid-February. And although his last season as an Eagle, not one that he wants to remember, he's now reunited with his former offensive coordinator and current Colts head coach Frank Reich, and gets to play behind one of the best offensive lines in football. A great place to resurrect his career.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. Here's Wentz to throw. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox.
And he is going to have a Colts first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here, game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Throwing is Wentz.
This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They run with Hines. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Wentz. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. Puts it on the carpet, it's out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Seattle's offense ready to go here for the first time, and leading them is the 7-time Pro Bowler. In his 10th year now in the NFL, Russell Wilson.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills, the ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw on the run. Not to mention an absolute winner. Usually has his team in the playoffs competing for Super Bowl opportunities.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this.
So you come crawling back, you cheap sack of shit.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to count on the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the 2nd sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. To throw is Wentz. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. We've seen quite a bit of a short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
On 1st down, Wentz. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also moved the sticks. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, it's Wentz. This to the outside for Mack. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll try and run for the 1st with Taylor. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
That's the type of run that Jonathan Taylor gives you so often, and you just can't take it for granted. He finds a way to get those extra yards. The third running back taken in the 2020 draft, but he had the best numbers by far of any of them. 1,169 yards, third most in the NFL, and by the last quarter of the season, he ranked among the best runners in the league.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And a short gain down to about the 33. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Wentz. Caught left side by Hilton. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 19. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down. From the red zone now, Wentz. Middle of the field, he finds Pascal. And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. They'll run here with Taylor. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now Wentz. And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they started to execute it, and they started to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Point after try forthcoming. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Wilson. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett.
And Gerald Everett makes a good catch there for a first down, and he was signed away from the Seattle Seahawks division rivals, the Rams, after 4 years in L.A. backing up Tyler Higbee. He's excited about his opportunity in the Pacific Northwest. Last year, 41 catches, a career high.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Throwing is Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. Wilson to Metcalf that time. First down, Seattle. They run it with Carson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. Here's Wilson to throw. And he's got his big tight end here. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Penny. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On the delay, here's Carson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Now Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Myers' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And no thought of a return here for Hines. Carson Wentz, along with his offense, heading back out there for their next possession. Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6-6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watch the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7, or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack.
All day. We coming all day.
I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? We're usually talking about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
After the sack on first down, Wentz. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. The Colts on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Wentz will give to Taylor on the draw. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
When good plays made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop him short of a first down.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. 35 yards that time on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The end result, 21 yards.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, You do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
Frank Reich not so sure about that last call. He's going to go ahead and throw out the challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
We got this.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, 53 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
You normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into Danger Russ.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh no! And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And the final number on Next Gen Stats, how about this? 71 yards through the air. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 10-7. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25.
The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Wentz going to give this to Taylor.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
And that's on the tackle, Braden Smith.
And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Working from the gun, Wentz. Flush to his right. Into the secondary, past the 40. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the 1st down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. Complete to Hilton.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down.
Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3, this is where the ball goes anymore.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the second time. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. They go back to Carson here on second. And this carry not as productive. He swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give him 18 on the play.
And that's a much-needed completion right there on 3rd down. Really a sigh of relief, isn't it? They're backed up deep. You know they don't want to give the ball back to the other guys. A great field position. They needed that throw, that completion, that first down.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And here we get a look at Stewart down on the ground still. Hope this isn't anything serious. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Quiddy Pay in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
The Colts about to go on offense one final time in this first half. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Throwing is Wentz. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. Let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Continuing on, here's a look at the next-gen stats in that first half. And even though they've got the lead, they're likely going over ways they can improve the running game, as they didn't find a whole lot of success in those first two quarters. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they had a little bit more success on the ground than their opponents did. And that just set them up well for the second half to come.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter.
Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Wilson.
That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. A handoff to Penny. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now Wilson. Leaves it for Penny. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Well, that's not exactly how they drew that one up, nor practiced it, because on first down, you're trying to get some yardage to set up second and third down calls. In this case, had to drop it off to his running back. But, boy, they closed quickly on that one and stopped him behind the line of scrimmage.
To throw again on second down, Wilson.
And there's the rookie from Western Michigan, Dwayne Eskridge.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Here's Wilson. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Here's Wentz to throw.
He dumps this off to Mack.
And they'll get him down here at the 23. A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
On the handoff, Taylor.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The give to Taylor. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a give running left with Mack. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
They'll run on first down. Taylor. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
First and 10, Taylor now.
53 yards rushing for him now to this point. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back.
Four yards remain for second down.
Throwing now is Wentz. Looking deep for Hilton. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 4.
On the draw is Taylor.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Taylor. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. the give. This is Mack. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And Taylor, I don't think he got there. No, he did not. Unable to break free, and he's marked short. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
They'll run for it. It's Taylor, and he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Wentz now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Now a give to Taylor, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line about the 1-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. T.Y. Hilton once again the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Taylor trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Here's Taylor again. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during the ball game you have certain narratives going on, and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
They're not going to kick it. A chip shot, but they're going for it down 3 on 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Mack, and he takes it in for a Colts score. Marlon Mack, excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. Hard to argue with that being their best drive of the game so far as they use the running game to get them into the end zone.
Couldn't agree more, partner. Prior to that drive, they sputtered a little bit, but it looks like they found the formula. I would expect them to go back to that more and more as this game develops.
Now Blankenship on for the PAT. And that makes it 14-10. So that about as lengthy a drive as you're ever going to see. And the end result was a Marlon Mack touchdown run. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Wilson. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now it's Wilson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. In on the sack, the former Buckeye, Tyquan Lewis. defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Get ready. Get ready.
Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Indianapolis. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
T.Y. Hilton once again the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. To throw is Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now Wentz. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second down. Wentz now to throw. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 7 yards there and a first down. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
On first down, it's Hines. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down. The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the fourth quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you that they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest. And they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there, running the ball down their throat.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, Wentz. That's into the hands of Pascal.
7 yards the pickup there.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz. Flushed out right. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Carson Wentz. A 12-yard touchdown run.
And the Colts are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. And that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me to that deep water now. Win probability index, This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Takes it at the 7. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Tampa Bay offense set to go again. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's Wilson to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing is Wilson. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll spot Eskridge open left side. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Wilson able to hook up with Eskridge. 1st down, Seattle.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try to get the ball back again.
Again, Wilson. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. On the delay, here's Carson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Do what we do.
Chris Carson, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And no thought of a return here for Hines. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They begin the drive on the ground with Mack. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll run on first down. Taylor, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down. Now Wentz. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down.
And that pickup on the 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Wentz going to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again for the 41. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he fires one incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Caught left side by Hilton. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Frank Reich, he didn't even seem hesitant about this. He wants to go for it on 4th down. Try to punch it in with Taylor. And he's got the 1st as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Working from the gun, Wentz. Letting one go deep for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't get in. He was looking for Michael Pittman that time. And it's 2nd down. Now Wentz. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Akello Witherspoon, really good coverage from the Colorado man, getting a hand in on it.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Wentz. Complete to Hilton. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way and worked out.
It doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Into the red zone. Wentz. Being chased out left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. To throw is Wentz. And that is incomplete. So decision time now because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
Well, a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. So Russell Wilson in the offense. Down by 6. 1:45 to play. This is only week 1 of the season, folks. Get strapped in as they come up here 1st and 10. Throwing now is Wilson. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and a PAT for the lead. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Steps away, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Here's Wilson. Grover Stewart in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Antoine Woods, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A disappointing drop there on 4th and goal. And defensively, that might just seal a week 1 victory. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And they'll indeed take a knee. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football,
yeah,
where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for Indianapolis, that'll be a happy locker room as they start the season 1-0. And they'll have another home date next week as the LA Rams come to town. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans.
Ooh.